Hello, and welcome to Informed Mommies. Today starts the first of 3 videos, the Registry. In this video, I will talk about the things I registered for that I absolutely love, use regularly, and could not live without. One of the first things I registered for was the car seat and stroller travel system. I did a lot of online research. I checked manufacturer websites, forums, message boards, reviews. I asked moms that I knew what they used and what they liked about what they had. I looked through dozens of car seats and strollers and finally went into a store to test out my top 4 favorites. I wanted to test out how heavy the car seats were, how easily they buckled into the car, how the straps worked, how to click it and release it from the base, and I needed to test out the stroller to see if it was easy to fold one-handed, test how it maneuvered, see if I could easily recline the base or click in the infant attachment. After many cumulative hours, I chose the Graco Modes Bassinet LX travel system. It has an easy one-handed fold, and the front wheels can either be locked for extra stability or unlocked for ease of maneuverability. You can remove the toddler seat and just use the infant carrier, or adjust the toddler seat so it becomes a bassinet. The car seat itself is very easy to use and not too heavy. The only thing I wish were different is that it is still quite bulky even when folded up, and we live in a small space, so finding a good place for it was tricky at first. But I love the whole travel system. Another item from my registry that I absolutely could not live without is actually a double set: the Pooge, pad, bath kneeler, and armrest. I had so many people tell me that I would never use them, but I use them anytime that I bathe my daughter, at least 3 times a week. I have given her a bath without them once, and I will not be doing that ever again. The padding is thick enough that my knees and elbows don't hurt, so I don't have to rush through bath time. The only thing about the kneeler that is not quite ideal is the angled ends. The arm pad has rectangular ends, so at the end of bath time I just stand it on its side to dry. But the kneeler has pointed ends, so it tends to fall over. But other than that, it's an absolute must-have. On the topic of bath time, another thing I really love is the Dream Baby Room and Bath Duck. I wish that I had had this while I was still pregnant, because I distinctly remember kneeling at the edge of the bathtub holding an oral thermometer in the bath like 15 times to make sure that the bath did not get too hot. In case you didn't know, you can't take hot baths while pregnant. You can take warm ones, but they recommend no hotter than 100 degrees. This duck can measure temperatures in Fahrenheit or in Celsius. It blinks green if the water is too cold, and it blinks red if the water is too hot for baby. The only thing I don't like is that there's no off switch. It automatically shuts off after 30 minutes. But it does come in handy while drawing her bath and whenever I need water to rinse her hair. Plus, she loves to play with the duck. So the next thing from my registry is the Baby Bum Diaper Cream Brush. You might laugh, but it is super useful. The last thing you want while changing baby is a dirty finger with butt cream on it, or worse, having it stuck under your fingernail. Now, it's not so much a brush as it is a small spatula, but I guess Baby Bum Diaper Cream Spatula doesn't sound as good. It has a suction cup on the bottom, so I usually just stick it to the top of the diaper cream lid after I'm done using it until I can clean it. This is another thing that I was told I would never use, and I don't use it that often. But anytime she has a rash, I'm immediately glad that we've got it. On to nursery items. For our nursery camera monitor, I chose the Summer Infant Baby Pixel Zoom HD 5-inch video monitor. I really like this monitor for a number of reasons. It has a 6x zoom, which is honestly way too much. You can position it remotely within reason. There is a talkback button so that I can speak to baby, and it also has a night light, which is really too bright and I don't use it because it comes with night vision. It can also play lullabies or white noise, which we also don't really use because we do have a separate white noise machine, which I'll talk about in a minute. And it has a voice-activated turn-on. So basically, if there's a noise that exceeds a certain threshold in the nursery, the screen will light up, thinking that maybe it's baby. Some cons about this monitor. In order to turn it on and off, you need to hold the power button for about 5 seconds, which might not sound like much, but when you have a screaming baby on the other end, it feels like forever. And while using the voice-activated turn-on mode, the screen will not turn back off when it's connected to the plug, which is fine if you don't mind a very bright light in your face while you're trying to sleep. The next thing for the nursery, as promised, is the white noise machine. I chose the Hatch Rest. This is by far my favorite item on either one of my registries. There's nothing about it I don't like. It's a white noise machine and a nightlight. It has easy on and off by touching and holding the metal ringer on the top, and you can change between 6 customizable Ring favorite programs just by tapping the ring. There is also an app on your phone where you can control everything the Hatch can do. You can power it on and off, change the volume, the brightness of the light, you can change the ring settings, change the programs, change the color of the light. There are a few set colors and then a color wheel, so you can choose basically any color you'd like, or what sound you want. There are 8 different sounds and 3 lullabies, or you can choose no sound at all. There's also a timer if you want to set it for a certain amount of time, which we just leave it on while she's sleeping. And there's one feature that I have not used yet, but I am super excited about. There are programs you can set to cue baby or toddler for bedtime or naps, and set a time to rise that lets toddlers and young children know it's okay to get out of bed. The last nursery item is our glider. I tried to do research online, but it was really hard because when you're picking a chair you're going to spend so much time in, you really want to try it out. But most stores have way more options online than they do in the store. Thankfully, I fell in love with the Best Chairs Bilana Swivel Glider from Bye Bye Baby. It has a wide seat and comfy armrests. It has a tall enough back that both me and my husband can rest our heads on the back. It swivels, it glides, and it has a recliner. I spent quite a few nights on that chair while pregnant when I just couldn't get comfortable in bed. It is large enough that I can tuck one leg under me while doing nighttime feedings, and it is super comfortable. The only thing I don't like about ours is that it seems to click without fail every time I try to get up, and that can sometimes let the baby know that I'm trying to sneak out. One last quick thing that I absolutely loved is the Fisher-Price Deluxe Kick and Play Piano Gym. I used to nanny 2 girls who had one, so when the time came for me to choose some toys, I just knew I needed one. It's so versatile in that I could lay the baby on her tummy to look at the piano as it plays, or have her lay on her back and kick the piano, or just bat at the swinging toys. And then once she was a little older, we let her sit up and we turned the piano so that she could play it while sitting up. Now that she's walking, we completely detached the piano from the activity gym, and she just plays with it on the floor or on the couch, and she still loves the toys that used to hang. Well, that's it for me on my registry loves. Join me next time for the things I regret most about getting from the registry, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of these items, I'm going to place links in the description for all of them except the travel system. It seems as though this exact one is no longer being sold, but if you are interested in getting a Graco mode stroller, I'm sure you can find one similar. I'll see you in the next video!